In a small, secluded town, nestled within a dense forest, stood an abandoned house. This desolate structure had once been home to a cheerful family of 5, the Harrows. But their presence had long since vanished, leaving behind an eerie emptiness that chilled the very air surrounding the house. The rumors surrounding the Harrow house were as haunting as the structure itself. Whispers of strange occurrences, unexplained disappearances, and malevolent spirits had plagued the town for decades. The locals, too terrified to venture near, avoided the area at all costs. However, curiosity has a way of overpowering fear, and one fateful night, a group of teenagers decided to explore the dilapidated house. Elena, Mark, Sarah, and Jake were thrill-seekers, drawn to the macabre stories that shrouded the Harrow house. Armed with flashlights and hearts pounding with excitement, they approached the decaying residence. The house loomed before them, its windows shattered, and its once white paint now a sickly shade of gray. As the group crossed the threshold, an oppressive atmosphere settled around them. The floorboards creaked beneath their weight, and the flickering beam of their flashlights revealed peeling wallpaper and abandoned furniture covered in dust. The air hung heavy with a mixture of decay and dread. Sarah, the most skeptical of the bunch, brushed aside her unease and proclaimed, "There's nothing here, just an old house filled with broken dreams." As she uttered those words, a chilling gust of wind extinguished their flashlights. The darkness consumed them, and whispers echoed through the air. Panic gripped their hearts as they desperately tried to find one another, their frantic footsteps echoing in the silence. Mark's trembling voice broke through the darkness, "We need to stick together. Don't let go." The group reached out, groping blindly, until their hands connected, forming a shaky circle. They clung to each other, their only source of comfort in the sinister abyss that enveloped them. Suddenly, a ghostly figure materialized before them, a little girl, her pale face distorted by anguish. Her spectral voice trembled as she spoke, "Leave, before it takes you too."
Elena, the bravest of the group, mustered the strength to ask, "What took your family, little one? What haunts this house?" The girl's voice quivered, her words piercing the darkness. "They awoke an ancient evil, a curse that binds them here. The house, it feeds on the living." The teenagers' hearts pounded in their chests as the chilling truth sank in. They had stumbled upon a malevolent force that hungered for their souls. Panic fueled their escape, as they fought through the oppressive darkness, guided only by their desperate instinct to flee. The house seemed to taunt them, its walls shifting and warping, trapping them in its maze-like corridors. Whispers followed their every step, growing louder and more menacing with each passing moment. Shadows danced at the edges of their vision, and sinister laughter echoed through the halls. Finally, with a burst of adrenaline, they burst through the front door and into the moonlit night. They collapsed onto the cold ground, gasping for breath, their minds reeling from the horrors they had witnessed. From that night on, the Harrow house remained a forsaken monument to darkness, its secrets forever trapped within its decaying walls. The townspeople, too terrified to venture near, whispered cautionary tales of the cursed family and the evil that lay dormant within. As for the teenagers, they vowed never to speak of their harrowing experience, haunted by the memory of the abandoned house and the family that had awakened an ancient evil. Thank you very much for watching my channel, and please don't forget to subscribe.